Greetings, this is KY007, and I thank you and appreciate you for taking the time to watch this video and have a insight on my take on this case and some of the dynamics of this situation. Between a very well-known radio and TV personality, Charlemagne the God, and an old acquaintance, Jessica Reid. And I don't know, but Jessica and Charlemagne are starting to look alike. She looks a lot of resemblance to him, I feel like, in this picture.
It's not easy coming out and having people scrutinize you and say you have hidden agendas when you know deep down in your heart that all you want to do is move on with your life and all you want is justice.
Well, I'm one of them people because I don't believe you. And I just feel more and more like the crying and everything, it happens on cue, only on certain parts. And then whenever her mom looks up, there's like one tear that comes down their right eye. For some reason, it's just that one eye.
And I want to stress it very clearly. I did not know his age at that time. I just figured that he was a friend.
And he was able to get away with raping a 15-year-old.
And how old was he at the time? 22? 21?
But I didn't know how old he was. Rico gave him my number. At the time I met Charlemagne, I was 15 years old. He told me he was 20.
The very first person to break the story was Mr. Troy Terrain, aka Star, from the Star Report. He did Jessica Reid's very first interview. And with doing that, Charlemagne afterwards started to threaten people that had any involvement, like with the storyline, putting it out, interviewing her, etc. I like the way he showed how he makes sure he records things. You know, he does things to where he's not going to leave himself hanging like that. So he's been doing this for many years. So it's just good to see people protect themselves too, because we're doing these type of work and it's different, and you're trying to get a story out and you're not saying either way that it may have occurred. You're just covering the story. So you do also have to cover, your ass.
All this bullshit you got going on has backfired.
My name is Jocelyn Sullivan, and I am Jessica Reid's mother. I would like to say that I am totally upset about the things that Tasha K said about myself, about my daughter, about my family. She never reached out to communicate with us at all. Her information is bogus. Don't know where she got it from.
Tasha K, girl. Just a girl.
I saw the other night was unbelievable. Now let me tell you about this Jessica Reid situation, okay? First of all, for people out there saying that I've never been interested in why haven't I, contacted Jessica. Me and Jessica have recently been in contact, okay, for about, I want to say a year now. Me and Jessica's family, of course, they weren't too pleased with some of my commentary regarding her, but I've always been supportive, and I've never in my life ever met a human being like Choke. And I'm reading nice now, okay, because I'm on this goddamn allergy medicine, but listen. I think he's slow. not even like I'm laughing about it. You know what I'm saying? I really think there's something missing, like that doesn't click in his head, because, you know, when he, you know, I guess called me with Jessica on the line, and that's how me and Jessica began to talk. Her and I are talking, and I noticed Choke says, man, Tasha, he says something about that Avion interview that you did fucked up our lawsuit. I said, lawsuit? What are you talking about, lawsuit? Well, we were represented by Lisa Bloom, and when she saw that Avion was connected to all of this and stuff, she decided to drop us. I thought that was odd. I'm like, he was so upset about it. Man, we almost won. And I'm like, who's we? Who is we? You didn't get raped? What you mean, who is we? Budget Microphones, a documentary. And so that was your claim to fame, okay? Since your little Jay-Z punched in the motherfucking mouth of nose money, done ran out. So you actually used Jessica Reid as a way to attach yourself to something big, because you cannot also stand Charlemagne. Your hatred was for Charlemagne was so much bigger than actually trying to get justice for this young girl, okay?
Listen to both sides.
It's predators like Charlemagne that, you know, prey on the innocent people. And, you know, he wants you to trust him. He tries to gain that trust. And when he does, boom, there you go. Mom, my friend is having a birthday party. Can I go? Immediately,
No.
I said no, you know.
She was 15.
And she kept asking. I was like, no, you can't go. I didn't want her to go alone. You know, I didn't trust that.
She was 15 years old.
And
Only.
So Malika Joyner, who is my oldest son's ex-girlfriend, was there, and she's also the mother of his two children.
So I just want to go over, recap some of the things from the story, and then some inconsistencies that I see. With Malika, she never mentions the fact that Jessica fell. Jessica mentions that she first started feeling funny after having a drink, and that she fell to the floor. She got up, but she wanted to go to the bathroom, and a couple of men took her to the bathroom. She was assaulted, she said repeatedly upstairs when she got upstairs. Malika also was back and forth about how, just like how toe up she was from what she had to drink or whatever else she was doing. Then she heard screaming and went upstairs. The door was closed and she said Charlemagne on top of Jessica. So that's what she has been alleging. But then you see, you know, go back and see the interviews, or you already seen them or not. Jessica said that, she said when she started screaming that everyone had left. She said everyone just ran and left. Now, didn't really understand that, because when Malika came upstairs, she said the door was still closed and he was in there with her. Also, they said the door was locked. When the detectives came, which was after Malika and Jessica had left, the doors were locked. I was still trying to figure out how the doors got locked, because they said they were the only ones left there. It was dark, you know, etc. But, like, who locked up? Okay. Jessica said that when she fell, All Charlamagne could do was laugh. He didn't ask her if she was okay or anything. But neither did Malika. She just goes off to say, she just zooms in on Charlamagne, I feel like the entire time. Like, no accountability for anyone else. And we don't put accountability on her because of her age. So, but there is some there too. When her quote was, "When I fell, people were laughing in the back." One more time. When she fell, she said she heard people laughing from the back. Now, if you remember, she said nobody was in the back. She made that very clear that he made the drink by himself in the kitchen. Nobody was back there. Even though as soon as they got there, she said people were all over the house and in the back. Okay, so there's just some things, a few things I had to, felt the need to mention.
And at the time, she was like around 18. I'll go, Miss Reid. I'll go with her and watch her, And so I let her go.
A lot of this doesn't really add up. Besides the fact that it's very appreciative that, someone like Kwame Brown had taken the time to do this too. He had his own run-in with Charlamagne. He had their own beef going on. And he took this case on. And he wanted her to have a voice too and everything. But I also know too that he already had his thing with him too. So when you approach anything, to me, what I know, and I've studied law for years, is that you have to be unbiased with stories. And that's what I am. I got to be unbiased about it. It's not about whether I like you or not. There's a lot of behavior I did not like that Charlamagne the God's done. But I'm going by the facts of each case. Yes, I've heard him admit Spanish fly in somebody's drink or something. I'm like, what? Who was doing that? I don't think the person knew. I don't know. We weren't there.
What's the wildest shit you ever did, since you gained fame with I done had a rape charge before. Oh, for real? Hell yeah. I'm scared of that kind of shit. I don't even play them. You got a charge? It was a criminal sexual conduct with a minor charge. And I had a party, and I had all of these chicks at a party. I was doing overnights I was working at D93 then. So I had all these chicks there that I met through radio, and chicks that my dude had known. So I used to always see this chick with my dude. So I bought. I invited her to the party. So she was at the party and shit. She got drunk, high, whatever. Something happened in the room with a couple of my dudes.
Criminal sexual conduct with a minor, aggravating and mitigating circumstances, penalties. His charge was dropped to section 16, chapter 17-490, which is contributing to delinquency of a minor.
The next morning, I'm hearing she said she got raped. So I go to the hood to ask what happened. They like, yeah, my cousin who had got the scholarship, yeah, he's in jail now. What you mean he's in jail? He's in jail. They said he raped the girl. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I go down to the jailhouse, talk to the detective myself. No.
He spoke on that. That's still a separate situation from this one. I see an opportunity. I see some frustration and things like that. I feel that things are going on in Jessica Reid's life, and it has went on and repeatedly, and she's looking for an outlet to blame. There are a lot of people that have a disorder, mental disorder, or certain incapabilities, and they're looking for someone to blame it on. She admits she has bad relationships with friends and stuff been falling apart, and it's because of that incident. Tell her story without crying. How can she go around from school to school like she's saying she wishes to do? She said, I want to be in front of your kids. I want your kids to know what victimization is. I'm with all that too for victimization knowledge, but not from you. Your story has changed. His has not. Charlamagne's story has not changed one time. Hers and her mom's has. I feel Mom Dukes is crying because she knows she dropped the ball on this young daughter she had because she was fast and she didn't stop it. There's a lot of moms out here. There's a lot of y'all out here try to be nice and try to just be the friend with your kids and letting them do too much. And then they get caught up, some even killed. And then you crying, breaking down crying when they gone and not here no more because you know that you could have been a better parent. That's what she's crying about. She's crying because she know how her daughter was. That's what I see. That's what I feel. And either way, you know, the truth is going to come out. And I'm thankful to the people that did step up. We had Kwame Brown, like I said. We had Star Report, Shoke No Joke, Tasha K. People that want to, you know, not have someone that could have been a victim be ignored, or that they believe is a victim, or, you know, whichever. I don't. Also, just what I wanted to add was that Mr. Troy Terrain, aka Star of the Star Report, you know, being that he was, as mentioned, the first one to interview Jessica Reid, he also, I feel, gave the best advice to her. And, you know, aside from her getting professional help, media and just making it a mission to take down Charlamagne the God isn't the answer. Doesn't seem to be like what is going to give her the closure, etc., that she needs. I do also feel she's going about it the wrong way. I agree with her. I suggest too, you know, if you watch the interviews, and even if you have before, like if you was to rewatch them, or you know, hopefully maybe something you saw in here gave you something different than what you've seen before or seen already, possibly. Jessica Reid's story and situation. And feel free to leave yours. There's a comment section there. It is there to be used. Hopefully people don't just go for people that have a whole lot of subscribers or a lot of this and think that, oh, that's where you should always share your opinion only, and it's not like that. You know, everyone started somewhere, or for different reasons. I talk about different subjects, not just celebrity status things. No, I talk about just real things. And I want to bring forth information that you can feel. I want you to feel the information. Feel what's going on for yourself. And as always, I thank you for watching. Hope you share some information with me and with us. And as always, peace. And this is Kai and Y007. Peace.
Yo!